got all these tablets now.
Yeah.
High tech.
Freaking put that there so we have somewhere to put our beer, I guess. Oh yeah, you got the little heat going.
I did, yeah.
The ambiance.
Mm.
The ambiance.
Wanted to be sexy in there. What kind of beer you got?
I got some of the Guinness Baltimore Blondes.
You want to drink those instead because these taste like asshole?
Yeah, grab one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have one of those.
So they're Irish, but not.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they're Guinness. It's Irish,
Yeah.
but they're brewed in Baltimore. So
Well, that's a very Irish city.
that is true.
I didn't know that. I figured Boston and New York.
Boston, yeah. New York.
Butte, Montana.
Butte, Montana. Really?
Irish as fuck.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. Chicago, it's huge Irish. What Butte is because of the, they were cheap labor. Irish people were cheap labor during the mining there.
Yeah.
So they stayed. They have a huge, and I mean a fucking huge St. Patty's Day parade and party in Butte. It's like, it's top 5 in the country.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Because when I was looking at it, looking at the parades, like the one in New York is like the biggest.
Yeah.
And
Chicago's probably 2 and Boston's probably 3.
Yeah. Yeah, they said the one in New York, it's like 300,000 people show up to it or whatever.
Yeah, the population of Butte like triples during theirs. It's fucking insane.
Wow.
And then like half of those people end up in jail.
The jail population quadruples.
It's fucking long. People from Butte like to fight anyway. There's just a bunch of assholes in Butte.
It's because it's cold all the time, right?
It is. It's a
People
cold.
are just
you know, it's weird.
mad.
You go to Billings, which is not like the nicest city in Montana. It's very, it's okay. It's the biggest, but it ain't the nicest. Like, people there are like normal people. If you go to Butte, you're going to get punched. People there like to fight.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why. They just all have this. But Butte is, for some reason, like 20 to 30 degrees colder than the rest of the state most of the time.
Wow. Is it like in a valley or something, or just...
It's just the asshole of the whole fucking state.
It sucks all that cold air into it.
It is, I think, if I remember right, it's like one of the largest Superfund sites, too, because it has the Berkeley Pit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know if you've ever read about the Berkeley Pit. You should.
I've heard about it, but I didn't know where it was at.
Yeah, it's like the deepest man-made hole in the country or something.
Yeah, because they had one in Utah for a while, and I think it closed down or something like that. And
Yeah, well, there's a guy who... His big fucking calling in life is to keep waterfowl from landing on the Berkeley Pit.
Oh,
because they land on there and they all die.
Yeah, I saw a documentary about that.
Yeah.
They like shoot at them with sniper rifles and try to hit next to them so that way they fly away.
Yeah, the Berkeley Pit. It's a terrible. It's pretty.
Yeah, because the water that's in the bottom of it's toxic or whatever from all the
very
arsenic and shit they use.
Yeah, it's all leached from the mining times there. Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad place.
That's crazy.
Don't swim in the Berkeley Pit.
So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about now because I remember seeing about the birds, about the waterfowl thing.
Yeah,
that's cool. Maybe that's why people are pissed off. They just got a big toxic hole in there.
They have a big toxic hole in town. Then they also have a beautiful statue called Our Lady of the Rockies.
Our Lady of the Rockies.
Beautiful statue.
Really?
Yeah, it is. It's up on the mountaintop. You can see it from the town.
You see it, so like the big Jesus in Rio. You can see it from.
It is not quite that big, but it's big. It's big. I'm gonna look it up real quick. How big is Our Lady of the? It's got to be like 50 feet tall.
50 feet. Nice. Beautiful.
Our Lady of the Rockies monument in Butte, Montana. It is a 90-foot tall statue built to the likeness of Mary, the mother of Jesus, that sits atop the Continental Divide overlooking Butte, Montana.
That's pretty cool. 90 feet tall. That's a big ass statue.
It's big, yeah. It is the 4th tallest statue in the United States after the birth of the New World, Statue of Liberty, and the Pegasus and Dragon. The base is 8,510 feet above sea level and 3,500 feet above the town.
Wow.
The statue sits on private land and is lit and visible at night. I did know that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the statue was originally conceived by Butte resident Bob O'Bill. What a name, Bob O'Bill. In 1979 as a tribute to the Virgin Mary following the recovery of his wife from cancer. Later, the statue was additionally dedicated to all women, especially mothers.
Huh.
So there you go.
There you go.
Our Lady of the Rockies.
That's cool.
Yeah, see?
That is a big statue.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I'll have to throw a picture of that up there.
Yeah, it's pretty damn cool.
Yeah. Huh.
It's the nicest thing I can say about Butte. Yeah.
About got this holiday beer.
It's not
finish.
good, huh?
I've had better. It's okay, but
Yeah.
oh.
All right, you want to get rolling on this?
So we get going on
see.
Irish stuff. So I'll crack open one of these Guinness.
All right.
Get on the theme of Ireland. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. This is another episode of Our Drunken History. You got our host here. I'm Travis.
Zach?
That's Zach. Oh, welcome to our 2023 season. On this show, we try to bring you some unfiltered, uncensored, and drunk history. If you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's where you're seeing this video at right now. You can find us on social media on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and coming soon, we'll be on Patreon. You can find the audio podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and anywhere else you get your fine podcasts. We're everywhere you can find us. Go check us out on the Good Pods app. You can find us there and leave us a rating and a review and share it with your friends. If any of your podcast players allow you to leave a review, be sure and leave a review. Leave us a 5-star, leave a comment, share it with your friends. That really helps out the algorithm to spread the show out and kind of make it available for more people to see. To make it easier, go to the link in our bio. It's beacons.ai/ourdrunkenhistory to find all of our social medias, our YouTube channel, and all of our other links that we have on there to go check it out. So now grab a drink, pull up a chair, and let's dive into the tipsy side of history. Oh, we went off on a little tangent there, but thanks for joining us again. Talking about St. Patrick's Day. We're wearing our green.
We're wearing our green. It is.
Got my lucky shirt.
I had a green shirt. It's for Habo Outdoors Gear.
There you go.
But it's like the only green shirt I own. So
I went and bought this on the way over here. I stopped at Walmart.
I think I had that one,
Yeah.
and I donated it. That might be it.
That might be it. Yeah, I stopped to get beer and grabbed me a green t-shirt.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't even know if I have a green shirt.
Most people don't.
Yeah.
Not a commonly purchased color of shirt.
Yeah. Especially.
Until about March 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah. My grandpa's birthday was on St. Patty's Day, so for my family, it was always a pretty big day just because it was grandpa's
That's good.
birthday. So he's since passed. We haven't celebrated that in quite a few years.
Have
But,
had the birthday celebration.
Yeah, it was always a really good time.
Our door came open over here
Oh
somewhere.
yeah. Get out of here.
No.
Is your family Irish at all?
Well, yeah, a little bit. So we did one of those DNA tests. My parents did, and like 25% Irish, something like that. 25%. I can't remember the exact figure. But yeah, most of our stuff comes from the British Isles. We got a little bit of. I'm actually 1% Viking though, so I'm hanging on to that.
Yeah. See, I was 33% Irish, and like 64% Viking, and the rest German. Not a bit of Native American. And fucking A, when I was growing up, we were all told we were Sioux.
Yeah. Well,
Lies.
The thing is, though, too, I found out some information with that, too, on some of those. You still may be, because we have marriage records, and my mom is really big into genealogy and went through a lot. She found marriage records where some of the men in our ancestry had married Native women. And,
Yeah, but you didn't get any DNA?
but the DNA, but this is what it is a lot of the tribes, the native tribes, haven't released their DNA information to those.
Oh, really?
So they don't have anything to base it off of. So these tests,
It's a best guess.
it's a best guess, yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, so come to find out too, so the DNA doesn't mean you are that, whatever it says you are. It means you came from people that were in that area.
Right, yeah.
So, and it's like a conglomeration of data that they said, well, most of the people from this area had this DNA. So this is where, but it could have been, because people are moving around, immigrating. Just like old St. Patrick right here, he was English. He wasn't even Irish.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I didn't have a chance to go over much of this
Oh yeah.
because on St. Patty's this year, one of my very best friends is retiring from the United States Air Force.
Yeah.
And I have been selected to be the master of ceremonies for his retirement. So I had to go buy a new suit and then go take it to the tailor. And
You couldn't squeeze in your old blues?
oh, I don't even know where they are. I think they're out in my barn. But no, fuck no, I couldn't
no, I
squeeze into
couldn't.
them. Hell no.
I'm about-
I did try on a suit that I got, I don't know, 8 years ago, and I got into that thing.
Yeah. Just couldn't breathe or walk.
No, I mean it really wasn't. It didn't look terrible. I mean it was a little tight.
Yeah.
It didn't look like absolutely terrible, but it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't right for what I was doing. Yeah. But so we were up in Fayetteville doing that all day yesterday, and then today I had to go do the tailor thing, and so I really have not had an opportunity to go over a lot of this. So I'm going to be learning as much as you guys are, probably.
We'll just wing it, go off on tangents.
Yeah, fuck it.
No, because I mean, there's a lot of history with it. There's a lot of mythology though too. So you got Saint Patrick. He was he's the patron saint of Ireland now. So there's a lot of the legends and stuff that we got, or the information that we have, actually came after he died, and like several hundred years after he died. Like some of the green shamrocks and stuff. It's kind of a legend of some of the ways he taught. But going all the way back to that though. So start off, yeah, Saint Patrick wasn't even Irish. He was an English kid when he started off, and he was kidnapped and took to Ireland as a slave.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was sold to a druid, like nobleman, landowner, or whatever, and he was a shepherd boy. So like he was tending this guy's flock of sheep as a slave for several years, and so it talks about, and so he converted to Christianity. The thing was at the time. This is like in the 400s, like 450 AD.
Yeah, I see
like that.
385 to 461
Yeah.
is the traditional death date somewhere in there. So basically 80 years of maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, this is in the right around the year 400 because he was a teenager when he got kidnapped.
Okay.
His parents and like the culture where he grew up from was Christian. And but he said he never really was a practicing parishioner or whatever. I think his dad was a priest,
Okay.
but he never really got big into it. Well, he got kidnapped, shipped to Ireland, been a slave, and basically they just made him fend for himself. Like he had to catch whatever he ate. They didn't really feed him or anything
Jesus.
like that. And so like he said. Like he wrote a book and it's called his Confessions, and he wrote like this like memoirs basically. And he said one day he was basically starving and he started praying, and then he was able to find food after that. And so he said he kind of changed his mind about being a Christian or being faithful and stuff. And so he said that kind of got him through the hard times or whatever. So he got more and more devout as time went on. And then he said he heard a voice in his sleep, or he had a dream, told him to escape and go back to his homeland. So I think he said he walked like 200 miles he like left during the middle of the night and walked to the closest seaport that he could find.
Yeah.
And got on a boat and went back to England. Yeah, hopped a ride back to England. It was actually like a raiding party. It was a bunch of other Irish, I don't know, they were kind of like Vikings, but they weren't Vikings. They were Irish people. He talked them into letting him ride with them.
A bunch of Celts.
Yeah. And they got there, when the story goes, when they got there, they like landed in the middle of nowhere. There wasn't anything around for miles and miles, and they were walking, trying to find a place to pillage and plunder or whatever, and they were running out of food, and all these mercenaries or whatever told him that he needed to pray to his God to help them out or whatever, and so he did, and then like the next day, or they said that day or the next day, a herd of wild boars like walked from out of nowhere, and they killed them and got them all.
Killed them and ate them?
Yeah,
Like
killed them and
pork?
ate them. Yeah, so then this whole raiding party converted to Christianity because St. Patrick's God brought them food, they said. And then he was like, that's my mission. I'm going to start converting Irish to Christianity.
So, my question in this is,
Yeah.
why corned beef and hash? Why is that true? Why aren't we eating pork?
That's true. Well, okay, so traditionally, I guess, Old Testament pork was deemed unclean or whatever, so...
I tell you what, if I was starving to death
Yeah.
and a fucking pig saved my life, I would celebrate that.
Yeah,
No
that's
longer,
true, yeah.
no longer off the menu.
Yeah, so like, which... I don't know about the brisket, though. I know because beef has been a big thing in, like, Judaism. They
But I
eat
like
but
you never see like I and maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, please correct me. You don't see a whole lot of pork Irish dishes. It's like corned beef.
yeah,
It's fish and chips. It's pasties are.
I think a
there's
lot
some
of it is
Irish
they didn't have a
pasties.
lot of beef there because I think their primary protein
Was lamb,
was
right?
lamb, sheep,
Yeah.
sheep, and fish. So from the
I'll tell you what, if you really want to celebrate St. Patty's Day, get yourself some pork.
yeah, we always have a Christmas ham. So I mean,
It's true.
that's the way it goes. But yeah, so he went back to England,
Okay.
hooked back up with his family. Like he said, "Hey, I'm alive." He became a priest, and then he decided to go back to Ireland and start converting people. So he moved back to Ireland.
He moved back. He was a slave in Ireland.
Yep,
Moved back to England to move back to Ireland to convert people.
and he started his own church, his own mission church there in Ireland, and that's there's the St. Patrick's Cathedral, and it's the cathedral he built there in Ireland in
Yeah.
like the year 500 or whatever,
Huh.
and it's still there, and it's got a big plaque out in front of it and all that. But yeah, that was his goal was he went over and started converting the pagans to Christianity.
That's cool.
So that's kind of the legend or the story. You hear the story about Saint Patrick who ran all this. He got rid of all the snakes out of Ireland.
Yeah.
Well, when I was a kid, I'll admit that when I was a kid, I thought he literally he got rid of the snakes. There was no snakes.
I thought that until just now.
Yeah. So evidently that's a metaphor, and the snakes represent pagan rituals and pagan beliefs, and he got rid of the pagan.
So you know my
beliefs.
next question.
What's that?
Does that mean there are snakes in Ireland?
No, there's not. So the thing is, and I think that's how it kind of got to be a legend, though, because there's not snakes in Ireland. They said during the Ice Age, it got so cold that it killed any kind of reptiles or snakes that were on the
They
island.
just never came back.
And now the water is too cold for any kind of snakes to re-immigrate back to Ireland. And so now there, I think some now have been inadvertently released.
Yeah.
But no natural native snakes to Ireland.
Well, cool.
And actually, I'm not sure if there's even any in the British Isles altogether. I don't know. I don't know if the mainland of Britain has any snakes or not, but I know the island of Ireland, so it'd be Ireland and Northern Ireland, no snakes.
Huh. I'm going to have to read into this now.
Yeah,
Snakes. I fucking hate them. I'm not a fan.
Yeah. So he got rid of the pagans, and that's where the getting rid of the snakes comes from.
Okay.
So that's what they say, wearing the green.
Yeah.
So he had this. So this is one of those things that came after he died. So he died, like it was like what 480, something like that, or 580 is when he died.
Yeah. 461.
461. Okay.
Supposedly.
So he died, but then they said like 600 years later, people were, telling his story and stuff, and that's where they came up with the shamrock, the green shamrock.
Yeah.
And they said the story was he would use the green shamrock because it's 3 leaves to depict.
Like I read that.
Yeah.
The 3-leaf clover is the was it the?
It was the Holy Trinity.
Yeah. Father, Son, Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the 4-leaf clover about then?
Well, I think because the 4-leaf clover is something totally different from that, just because it's a oddity, like most of the shamrocks.
Have you ever found one?
Yeah, I have found one, and it's a rarity, and I think that's why they're considered lucky, is because they're so rare.
I've never found
And it's
one.
like a defective clover, though.
I've looked for them my whole life. I've never found one.
Yeah, you find them every once in a while.
I got a whole yard of clover. I found shit.
But yeah, so because people thought St. Patty's Day and wearing green was because the island is so green, which it kind of is.
I thought it was to honor the clover.
Well, and it's what it started to be. There's still even controversy about that though too, because wearing the green hasn't been a thing up until like the 1700s. So it's like
It's a really
1200 year,
yeah.
But they say the green actually represented later on, like in the 1800s, represented Irish independence. Because when Ireland was trying to fight for independence from England, green was their national color, and that was like, and then actually the green came from America, basically.
Really?
People in America started wearing green in support of Irish independence. And then it kind of stuck with St. Patrick's Day and wearing green, and all kind of mingled together.
Came around together?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So we was talking about lineage, family history and stuff. There's like 35 million Americans with Irish ancestry or Irish lineage.
So basically 10% of the population.
So there's more people in the United States that are Irish than there are in Ireland.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And what brought that on, they had the potato famine in Ireland in the 1800s.
And had a mass exodus.
Yeah. So that's when you had all the Irish populations that moved into, like we were talking about, Chicago and Boston, New York, because they all came here to try and look for
a better life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And food.
Yeah, and food. So, but yeah, and then we started wearing green to support
Irish
their independence. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, because actually the St. Patrick's Day celebration is basically an American holiday. It's that's the thing though. It's celebrated all around the world.
Yeah, I know. It's in like a bunch of different countries.
It's actually the largest or the most widely spread celebration in the world. It's bigger than Christmas. Yeah, that's what one of the sources I saw said. There's like,
I don't know if I believe that.
It's like in more countries and it's more recognized in some countries than like Santa Claus.
Weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that.
People like their green beer. So yeah, so that's kind of the history. So yeah, and then when he died on March 17th, so that's when we started celebrating.
Yeah.
But before then, up until like the 1800s, it was just like a remembrance day of him.
Yeah.
And it was like just a kind of a holiday, but it wasn't like the big giant celebration that it is now.
Where they dye the river green.
Yeah. And then Americans had to come in there and just go overboard with it. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing, right?
We don't do that. We don't do that for nothing.
Yeah. But, so where do you think the first St. Patty's Day parade was?
Boston.
Close. It was in New York.
Okay.
And it was... And it was kind of a parade. They're calling it a parade. Then they're giving this credit as the first parade. It was a group of Irish soldiers that were in the British Army in the 1760s. So they were like, so they wore like green, like you had the red coats or whatever.
Yeah.
They had like green vests and stuff on underneath their underneath their coats as like they're Irish soldiers instead of regular British or whatever.
Yeah.
But they like marched in a formation down the street on St. Paddy's Day to the pub to celebrate St. Paddy's Day.
Good on them.
And they're deeming that the first
parade.
First St. Paddy's Day parade.
All right.
It was like in New York in like the 1760s, right before the Revolutionary War kicked off. Yeah.
That's cool.
And then I think they started doing it every year after that, and it's like the New York parade
And
has
it's
been
stuck?
Yeah.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought so.
What's your favorite Irish drink?
My favorite Irish drink. Well, when I get into Guinness, I thought about getting the regular Guinness stout, but I know you said it wasn't quite your favorite, so I figured I'd try that.
Yes, yeah.
I figured I'd try these. I never had these Baltimore Blonde. I was looking for. I don't think they make it anymore. Guinness had that Guinness Lager. The Guinness, I don't think they make it.
It was a short run.
Did you ever try it?
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was like a stout, but it was crisp and bubbly like a regular beer. So
I'm a fan of the Irish Car Bomb.
the Irish Car Bomb. Now that's the.
No, you don't say that in Ireland, I found out.
Oh.
They don't like it.
They don't like it.
They don't. They like the drink. They don't like the name.
So is that the Jameson and Guinness? Or is that...
It's where you drop the Jameson and Guinness and slam it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's another one. It was... I was thinking of a Boilermaker. That's... is that Bailey's and like a beer?
Invented in Butte, Montana.
Really?
Yeah, the Boilermaker was invented in Butte, Montana.
That's awesome.
Yeah, true story.
And then I like a good black and tan.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was another thing when I was in England. They had this big thing about making black and tans with Bass ale.
Okay.
And the Irish was pissed off about it because, like, you can't make a black and tan with a British beer. It's got to be two Irish beers. So it's like, it's got to be Guinness and Killian's, or Guinness and, there's another, I can't remember the other one.
I don't even know.
There's another Irish amber. It's got to be an Irish
Smithwick's.
Smithwick's, yeah.
Smithwick's.
So,
Spelled Smithwicks.
yeah.
Pronounced Smithwick's.
Yeah, like some of their Scotch, there's the Glenfiddich. It's spelled Glenfiddich.
Yeah.
I said that once to that's Scotland though. Here, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I was talking about Scotch to a Scottish guy one time, and I said Glenfiddich, and he's like, "What, mate?" It's Glenfiddich or Glenfiddich. It's a K, not a
Like
CH.
shit, bro.
Say it right.
What's your favorite marshmallow and Lucky Charms?
Favorite marshmallow and Lucky Charms. See, when I was a kid growing up, we had like the knockoff Walmart brand Lucky Charms. So it was
Malt-O-Meal.
The Malt-O-Meal, yeah. I think I had the Lucky Charms every once in a while. I'm gonna say the rainbows. Rainbows, yeah. That's the one that stands out the most.
I like horseshoes.
The horseshoe. Oh yeah, I forgot about the horseshoes.
Yeah.
Weren't they an add-on later on? Like, didn't they have like?
Oh fuck, I don't know. I'd have to pull that article up and read with the dates. I know originally there was like 6 marshmallows.
It was like
stars.
stars.
Originally. So do you know where the idea for Lucky Charms came from?
No.
Whatever the guy's name was, the fucking General Mills guy.
Yeah.
He mixed Cheerios with those fucking circus peanuts.
Really?
And he was like, oh, this is all right.
Huh.
So the first run of Lucky Charms was not sugared oats. It was just regular oats with marshmallows, and it did not sell well.
Oh, okay.
So like 2 years into this experiment, they decided to sugarcoat the oats, and it went fucking bananas.
Well, and like the marshmallows though too, like the circus peanuts are like the squishy actual marshmallows.
Yeah.
With the marshmallows and Lucky Charms is like a different texture.
They're like hot cocoa marshmallows.
They're like I guess they're freeze dried, maybe. I don't know.
Probably
Because they have that crunchy texture with them instead of the soft gooey.
Yeah, but yeah, I would have to go horseshoes personally.
Horseshoes, yeah, because they had stars and moons and
Yeah, it did.
now they got
stars
the pot of gold.
Stars and golden. Oh fuck! Stars and purple horseshoes.
Oh, didn't they have the
and red balloons? I can't remember the song. There was a whole song to it.
Oh yeah. Did they have shamrocks?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah, they had
I
shamrocks.
can't remember. See, that's how little I ate it. Is I can't remember.
Then they had unicorns for a while.
Yeah, that was like one of the limited runs.
Yeah, and they had...
I almost bought a Lucky Charms box to set out here, but I figure it might have been too stereotypical.
I'll tell you what, man. You know, people would legit get in fights overseas on deployments for...
Oh, yeah.
Remember those little...
They had the little individual
little bowl of cereal?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you'd fight somebody to the death
Well,
for
because
Lucky Charms.
they would get like a mixed box, and it would be 2 or 3 good cereals, and the rest would be like Cheerios, plain Cheerios or something.
Yeah.
Or Raisin Bran.
Kashi. Fuck you, Kashi.
Yeah. That Kashi cereal, yeah.
That shit sucks. Now, I remember...
It's like eating a bowl of sawdust with freaking
when I was
on it.
When I was at Kandahar, the TCNs, which are third country nationals, which are usually people flown in from like the Philippines or fucking Rwanda or whatever. They're people that are trying to escape to a better life. God bless them.
So they go to a war zone.
So they go to a war zone because they're getting paid more than they make back home, and they send the money back to their family, and it's...
Yeah.
I mean, it's life in third world countries. But these people run the chow halls. They run the usually the commissary or not, but the BXs.
Yeah.
Over there, they
do a lot of the service jobs.
Shitter cleaners. But the ones who ran at the chow hall, we took it upon ourselves to collect money from everybody I worked with.
Yeah.
And we would go down there and pay them to give us the right box of cereal that we wanted and fresh fucking fruit. Because I'm telling you, on deployments, there were times when I would eat an apple and my body would thank me.
Oh yeah,
because it was like a month since I'd had fresh fruit.
Yeah, when they have like fresh vegetables, like you could have a salad every once in a while.
Oh
man,
God,
it's like just having some fresh broccoli in your body. Be like, oh
yeah,
some fiber.
It was amazing. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah. You're shitting like a wombat. Cubes coming out.
Cubes.
No, it was. But yeah, we collected all that fucking money and we paid those guys, and they gave us the good box of cereal.
Oh heck yeah!
And we eventually got caught after like months of doing this.
Oh,
but I think we gave them more money than they made from working at the chow hall.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it was a win-win situation. We got the stuff that our bodies were meant to eat.
Yeah,
Lucky Charms and bananas.
Lucky Charms and bananas.
Yeah, and then they got money to send home to.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't see a problem with it. I'm sure people. Yeah, I'm sure they got pissed.
The military was pissed.
Oh yeah. But see, that's the thing that people don't realize too. And if you've been in the military, you know this. But you got to work out those behind the scenes drug deals like that.
Drug deal, yeah, man. You do.
And if it's not bolted down, it'll walk off on you somewhere too.
Tactical acquisition.
Yeah. The strategic relocation of equipment. Steal the acronym.
True story. That's right. Yeah. We had a good time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Whenever they'd have the chicken cordon bleu, they'd have that like once every 2 months or something like that, and it would be a fight in the chow hall getting in line for that.
I remember Mongolian night in Iraq. The line for the chow hall was like a fucking mile long.
Yeah,
I mean, legitimately.
Oh man,
it was worth it.
Well, it's like if people that haven't seen them before. So when I say chicken cordon bleu, I'm not saying like homemade.
It's not restaurant quality.
No. So you've seen the ones, you go to Walmart or the grocery store and you find the frozen ones, and they're like a brick shaped piece of chicken with a chunk of ham stuff.
Yeah, it's like the size of your fist.
That is what they served, and people went nuts for
but
those.
It was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, that was a delicacy whenever they'd serve those.
Yeah. Now, I remember fucking just eating shit over there for the worst was Kandahar and eating out of those Mermite containers.
Oh yeah,
you remember that?
Yeah, and it was like the same stuff. It was like rice, and then it's like dog food looking stuff. It was cubed.
Dude, I remember one time getting meat out of there, and like the chunk of meat had taste buds on it.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, "Fuck my life!" Like,
yeah, eating. And that was the thing. It's like it was like a red colored gravy, like a curry, or it was like a brown like gravy. But it was cubed beef either way on top of rice.
It was the worst.
Yeah, every day, and that's why there was fights for the chicken cordon bleu.
That's right. Yeah.
Or they would have there was something else they'd have every once in a while. That was, I can't remember what it was though now.
I bitch about it because there was some shit food, but I went to Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan was the best deployment fucking ever.
Yeah.
Because there was like 100 people on base, And it was part of a little Jordanian air base
Yeah.
that we were at. But there was like 100 Americans. You knew fucking everybody by name. You know where their room was.
Yeah.
Everybody was like legitimately there to help everybody. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so cool. They had a big ass grill out back of the fucking chow hall, and every day was either steaks or burgers, and they alternated. And they did them on a fucking no shit grill.
Yeah.
The food was great. The guy who ran the chow hall spoke Arabic. So and he never told any of the guys who worked there.
Oh.
So like if they were doing shit to our food, he would know about it, but he wouldn't let them know that he knew about it.
Oh shit.
It was badass.
Oh heck yeah.
It was a great deployment. I don't know what's the statute of limitation on alcohol runs for overseas bases. Because we had to go into Amman, Jordan,
Yeah.
which is like a 2-hour drive from this base X that we were at.
Yeah.
And we would load up a Hilux with Jack Daniels.
Oh nice.
And what we had done was unzip the seat and cut out all the foam.
Oh nice.
And then we would just stack Jack Daniels bottles in there and put the seat cover over it and go back on base.
Yeah.
And we'd drive through the security checkpoint and they would look at the vehicle, but
Yeah.
they never unzipped the seat covers.
Oh man.
So like we'd pull back in and we had Jack Daniels for everybody.
They're like, I hear sloshing. What's that sloshing?
It was fucking great, dude. We had it. That was a great deployment.
Oh man. Yeah. So you took some notes from the drug cartels smuggling contraband.
We do what we had to do. Yeah.
We would when I was in North Africa at another place once, and that's what we do. We'd send an airplane. We had to send an airplane like to get maintenance or depot maintenance somewhere, and we would email the maintenance people ahead of time or send them a message say, "Hey, put something." And they would put something in the airplane and send it back.
Yeah.
And like it's like, "Hey, we're out of Copenhagen. We need to get a roll of stuff or something."
They'd throw it in there.
Or throw a bottle of Jack Daniels in there, and they would stick it in one of the wing pylons and tape it up in there, and send it back.
We ferried shit all over the time, or all over the place in fucking airplanes.
Yeah.
And we would just email someone on the other end like, "Hey, in this panel is this."
Yeah.
So they'd go out there and they'd pop a panel and, okay, here's some Jack.
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Yep.
It was fucking great.
I ordered a pair. And the thing is that we did the contraband, but one time it was so hard getting stuff in to that base that I ordered a new pair of shoes once, and I needed to because I'd gotten a new pair of boots and like the sole just fell off of one of them. They were just shitty quality and it just fell apart. And it's like I need a new pair of shoes, and it took months to get mail into this place, but you could get stuff into Djibouti
Yeah.
in a week.
Yeah.
So I emailed a guy there, and it's like, I'm ordering a pair of shoes. I'm going to send it to you. And then you stick it on the next airplane that comes out here.
Yeah.
So I got a new pair of shoes, and then he stuck it inside of the airplane, and it came back. And so I had a new pair of shoes in 2 weeks. So it would have taken 2 months.
You gotta do this. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
The shit you do on deployments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of that stuff going on. And that's what makes, I think that's what makes America great with our ingenuity with that kind of stuff. It's like we figure out a way to make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just give us the end goal, what you want to happen.
and,
We'll make
and
it.
get the fuck out of
And
the way.
and don't ask questions.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I gotta take a leak.
Beer break.
Yep.
Have you made it this far in the video yet and you haven't subscribed? Hit that subscribe button and follow us on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and coming soon on Patreon. Listen to podcasts on Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and wherever else you find your podcasts. Be sure and leave a review, give us a 5-star rating, and help that algorithm push our podcast out to other listeners. If you'd like to support the channel, maybe buy us a beer, go check us out on Cash App and PayPal. Look us up at Our Drunken History. You can find the link to that in our link in bio as well. Now back to the show. You can't celebrate St. Paddy's Day without a green beer. So, and if you're just wondering how the bars make the green beer, it's just food coloring. So a couple drops of food coloring.
We'll split one beer.
And our fancy beer glasses right here.
That's right.
That's a nice, lovely.
That looks like St. Patrick would enjoy.
Yeah.
All right. Hey. I did not divvy those up accordingly.
I didn't know how much those glasses would hold.
Well, it's not often that I drink green beer out of a wine glass.
I think this is my first too.
All right, there we go.
There we go. So is there? We've pretty much talked about the history of like St. Patrick himself.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any other St. Patrick's Day stuff that we wanted to cover?
I mean, really, we did what
Yeah.
we did drinking and we did corned beef and cabbage
Yeah, that's true. And well, so that's the thing too.
and Lucky Charms.
And Lucky Charms. Yeah, so the whole St. Patrick's Day celebration, we kind of touched on it earlier a little bit though, but it was mainly Americans started that. The big rigmarole that it is
Well,
nowadays.
I mean, not to brag, but we start most of the best things.
We make stuff better.
We do. We fuck shit up, but we do make stuff better too.
I know we have a lot of we have several listeners from the UK.
Guys, hey, thank you for your patronage. Enjoy the holiday that we helped you build.
We helped you build. Some nice green beer right here. Tastes the same.
I mean, it looks like a fucking healthy shake though. So
Yeah,
you know what I'm gonna do?
It's some green juice.
So Keisha likes to do those kale milkshakes.
Yeah.
You know, once in a while. We're not the healthiest couple as far as like diet goes. Like,
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say like we don't eat like bad food. Like we're not like, you know.
Yeah.
We're not a couple of fatties. But like she gets on these health kicks once in a blue.
Yeah.
Where she wants to do like smoothies with kale, and kale tastes like fucking butthole.
Yeah.
But she likes to do those things, and then the shit she makes look like this.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is when she makes those kale things, I'm gonna go in the bedroom and be like, "Oh, I'm drinking mine too." Like,
Yeah. Dump that shit in the toilet and
fuck
get some
yeah,
green beer.
man. I'm doing that.
Yeah, I'm drinking my kale juice.
That's right. Healthiest shit I had all day.
That's healthy stuff right there. I like it.
I'm fucking doing it.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I think all couples kind of go through that though too, because
You guys do that?
We'll do that every once in a while. We're like we'll do really good for like a week or two, and like, man, I'm ready for some biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, or a nice bacon cheeseburger, and then it would fall off the rails.
our big thing is like we're busy.
Yeah.
We lead a pretty busy life.
Oh yeah,
So, and as Trav knows, we work 12-hour shifts, and Trav doesn't even live where he works.
yeah.
So for him, I'm sure when on your off days is when you catch up on like
Catch up on
life
everything.
things that most
Yeah.
normal couples do on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I have to do this week. Well, for most couples, you got 7 days to do that. We have 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So your schedule is jam-packed with shit on your off days from work.
Yeah, especially you got the normal like around the house chores stuff, but then you got kids activities and stuff you got to go to and all that. So
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So, and it sucks, but it is what it is. A
Yeah.
lot of times, like we're out, in town until
yeah,
later on at night, and it's like, fuck, let's just go get something to eat because
Yeah.
now we got to go home. Then we got to cook. Then we got to do dishes and all this
Yeah.
shit. And it's like, it's more expensive and it's also less healthy to eat out, but we do it.
that's what we like. We'll try to meal prep every once in a while, and we do good with it some, but yeah, they've made it so easy just to like, hey, I'm just gonna go grab a burger, or go grab a taco or something, and
Yeah.
and
Well, and we
eat
don't
some-
tend to eat fast food. Like we don't go through like McDonald's, Taco Bell, and whatever the fuck else. Like we'll go to Hooters
go to Hooters. Yeah.
or whatever.
Well, actually, Hooters actually has some healthy stuff on the menu. They got salads on the menu, don't they? But you don't get salads.
I don't know.
You get the wings, right?
I don't know if they do. They may.
They may.
I can't say they don't.
Yeah. Gotta get some spicy garlic wings. Oh.
Yeah. No, we go on these kicks where we eat healthy for a few days, but I'm a red meat guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like I love steak. I love beef. I don't care for chicken. It's okay. Like I'll eat it
Yeah.
once in a blue, but I eat way the fuck more beef.
Yeah. We eat a lot of, which it's probably in equal thirds. We eat chicken, beef, and deer is our three. So we eat more beef and deer than anything, but then we end up eating a lot of chicken though too. Because the kids are like chicken. It's a good like neutral meat that you can kind of just make it flavor.
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know the last time I ate chicken.
Really?
No. I can't think of it.
Yeah,
I can tell you I ate beef today.
Yeah.
Twice.
we probably eat chicken at least 2 or 3 days a week.
I ate deer yesterday.
Yeah.
I ate beef yesterday. I ate beef today.
Yeah.
If you're a cow, watch the fuck out.
Yeah, we were actually talking about getting another beef for the freezer this year too. So that's one good thing about living in a rural area. You can
poach your neighbor's cows.
Yeah, just go out there and just do a drive-by and then just drag them out. Now there's a lot of farmers always looking to sell sides of beef, and you can fill your freezer up for
the guy just across the fence over here has a bunch of cattle that we just go knock on the door.
And you can fill your freezer up with a half beef, and it'll cost you less than what you get at the store.
Oh, way less.
But it's better quality. You know where that animal was raised. You know how it was raised.
Yeah.
So you actually know where your food's coming from.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing.
Do you like lamb?
I do.
I don't care for it.
Really?
No.
I like just about any kind of red meat though. Like lamb.
Lamb's like it's like gray meat.
Gray meat. Gray morally, maybe.
No, I'm not a fan of like it. I've had it one time where it was okay.
I like lamb. I like goat. It's good.
So I'm biased on the goat thing.
Yeah.
I've eaten goat once, and I ate it in Qatar.
Yeah.
At like a traditional meal.
Oh, okay.
Where everybody ate with their hands.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And people were just diving in with their fucking dirty ass fingernails into the skewer.
Yeah,
man. It was these old Arabic guys fucking just diving in. And I was like, I participated, but I can't say that I enjoyed the whole situation.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I don't like goat. I don't like the idea of goat.
Yeah. Yeah, I had it when I was in Ethiopia. We had goat a lot there. They had sheep, what they called it. It wasn't lamb. It was full grown.
Yeah.
Sheep. Yeah, but a lot of their dishes that they served were goat or sheep. And they were really good though. They usually spice it up with a lot of good spices and peppers and So it was like
I said, like I can't say that I don't like it. I just don't like the idea of it because the one time I ate it was like in a fucking semicircle of
just dirty hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was gross.
It's like that. Why is that guy using his left hand?
That's how I went. I was like, oh, everybody's using their right until later.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, the left hand is the wiping hand.
Oh man, and they have a sponge that they carry around with them.
That's disgusting.
That's differences in culture, though.
I once saw a gentleman. What is that?
It's our timer.
Oh,
we got to switch memory cards.
Okay.
But yeah, some of those cultures with their traditions.
Yeah, I once watched a guy take a shit in the middle of a runway on a base somewhere that we shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
But I watched a gentleman take a shit in the middle of the runway and then douche his butthole with a bottle of water and his left hand.
Oh, man.
Then chuck the bottle off to the side of the runway and then go over and yell at a bunch of guys who were working and slap one with his poop hand.
Slapped with the poop hand and wiped on his back?
He slapped him in the face with the poop hand.
Oh, no.
And I was like, no. Like,
oh, man.
That's not clean. But that was in it was in Afghanistan. I'll go that far. I'll tell you it was in Afghanistan, but it was not in a place that we were known to operate in.
Oh, man.
It was a bad time.
Yeah.
He slapped that guy right in the fucking face.
Oh.
And I was like, oh. That's the worst diss I ever... Chris Rock got nothing on that guy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man, that Will Smith slap was a rookie slap.
Have you seen the Netflix special from Chris Rock?
No, not yet.
It's fucking good.
Oh, I heard it was.
It is funny as shit. I watched it. We watched it yesterday.
Yeah, I think Will Smith was all pissed off about it, saying he needs to let it go and that he was trying to make he's just trying to profit off of it now. And it's like, hell yeah, I mean.
You slapped the guy in the face, for no real reason.
Yeah.
Like,
this thing, I used to really like Will Smith, but he seemed like he's kind of went off the deep end.
Chris Rock used to like him too.
Yeah.
He did.
See, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah, that's what he said. Like, we were friends. Like,
yeah.
We got along. I didn't, this, Jada Pinkett Smith has that show or whatever called The Table or The Red Table or whatever. And I haven't seen it. I've never watched the show. But I guess she had Will Smith on there and was like asking him, like, I was sucking his dick. How did it make you feel?
Holy shit.
Like, what do you say to that?
Yeah, yeah, so it's like, maybe that's what's put him over the edge. Like, he's just went nuts because of the emasculation from his wife.
I mean, that's pretty fucking bold to do.
Man.
And anyway, like...
Yeah, well, you don't have a comeback.
Fuck no. Like, I would walk off set and like, that would be the best reaction that I could come up with. Yeah. Because everything else has to do with murder.
Yeah, the least violent reaction, yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, that's too much. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that didn't stain your glass.
I don't fucking care. You're from, like, the dollar store, bro. These are not... Trust me, Keisha did not let me bring our fancy wine glasses out to the shed. Yeah. We got fancy ones.
Oh, yeah?
I built a wine rack in there.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
And it's lovely.
It's lovely.
And it has wine. It has
good wine.
They're real crystal.
Glass. Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're lovely.
So we're not going to allow to use those.
Maybe on Christmas.
Maybe on Christmas.
Or St. Patty's.
St. Patty's.
I don't know. But we won't be putting green shit in there, I promise.
I'll stick our bottle back right there.
Oh, yeah. Well, we really didn't... We covered St. Patty's for about 7 minutes.
It was like 12. But, I think that's kind of how it goes, though. You get, like, on St. Patty's Day, you're out celebrating, drinking, and you go off on these tangents and talk about whatever.
Yeah. Where I had more Irish car bombs in my life than I have everywhere else combined? Korea.
Yeah. I've heard the stories. That's one place I never made it to Korea.
If you want to hear stories, I got Korea stories. God damn, I got Korea stories.
We'll have to come up with a Korea special of some kind. We'll have to do something about Korea.
We should do the Mud Festival.
A mud festival.
It's like a giant mud wrestling match on the beach.
Really?
In Korea.
Huh.
And it gets out of fucking control.
Okay. Then we can do Korea stories with that, yeah.
Yeah. It's a good time.
That sounds fun.
I never got to go.
So is that like an American festival? Like is it Korean?
It's a Korean festival.
Really? I didn't know if it was like on base or something.
No. It's down on the beach.
Oh, man.
It's in Busan.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a really good time in Korea. It was so the only reason I went, actually, my friend Kramer, the guy who's getting ready to retire, he was the one who talked me into, one of a couple guys who talked me into going to Korea. He was there already. He had gotten non-voluntary orders and got pulled to Korea. And I was looking for a way to get out of the base I was in. Yeah. And he was like, come to Korea, because it's a guarantee. If you put in, you're guaranteed to get it. Because
I've heard of people changing their dream sheet to Korea and like a week later getting orders.
Yeah, like you're going.
Yeah.
But it was a way to get out and then basically you get the follow-on of your choice. You may not get, like I got my second pick. Yeah. But you get your follow-on. You put 5 bases down as your follow-on, and they try to get you there. If the Manning works out. So I went to Korea with a follow-on for Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. And I did not want to go to Korea because you basically spend the year doing fucking exercises where you're rocking gas masks. Yep. You're playing war. It's a lot of work. It's the most hours I ever spent at work. Yeah, yeah. But I was also with an incredible group of people that are, some lifelong friends. And it's one of those things where, like, work sucked, but you fucking played hard.
Yeah.
And that is all we did over there was party. Most of the people, everybody I worked with, either was not, either they were single or their family was in the States.
Yeah.
So there's no.
Yeah.
But that's how it was. There's nobody to go home to. So
yeah, exactly.
You go party with your friends to get through the year.
Yeah, I've heard everybody I've talked to has some wild stories.
It ended up being the best year of my life.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I've heard it's like the best, worst year or whatever that whatever you want to call it. But
it was rough. It was so much work. Like, it was a nightmare work-wise.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun. So.
Yeah, that'd be good.
If you're in the military and you have an opportunity to go to Korea, embrace it. It's going to suck at times. You're going to work your butt off, but you are going to have memories that will last.
That's what I don't know. I think the Marines have a base there too, but I know the Army has a base there.
They have a bunch,
and so I've heard a few of the Army stories. I don't know how well they compare to the Air Force stories, but
I'll tell you. I punched more Marines in the face there. We got in fights all the time with the motherfuckers. And Marines
fighting with Marines, I can't believe that.
It's funny because like Monday through Friday, like you guys, you were friends. You saw each other on base. You said hi.
Yeah.
But then like Friday night, Saturday, it was like, you son of a bitch, and then you'd be downtown and you'd punch each other in the face.
All week for this.
But then Monday morning, it was like,
hey, buddy.
Hey, how are you? You were friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was cool. It was a good time. We beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
I got in a lot of bar fights in Korea.
Well, it's like you talk about. It's like the brotherhood, though, too. It's like we can pick on each other, but you can't let an outsider pick on your.
Yeah.
Your
oh,
brother.
absolutely. Yeah. If someone would have hit them, I would have fucking kicked their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we had a really tight group of friends, but you embraced everybody over there.
Yeah.
We had a really good time.
Heck yeah.
So I saw some wild shit over there. What else you got?
I think we covered most of it. If you guys have any suggestions or you're wanting to, if we got something wrong, be sure and leave us a comment.
Yeah, we like corrections.
Yeah. They say to drive viewership and drive comments, you're supposed to put in like something wrong every once in a while. So that way people correct you in comments. That way it drives the algorithm. But any mistakes that were made were actually purely accidental on this because
we didn't. I fuck up all the time, not on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our episode last week of Valentine's Day Massacre. It's been one of our best performing episodes so far. So I think people were ready for us to get.
They were
back on track.
chomping at the bit.
They were chomping at the bit. Yeah. So
we're good. I didn't know.
It's been really good this week. Had tons of listens on it. So
that's cool.
So we hope you guys enjoy this episode.
Yeah. We really would like some advice on what you guys want to hear. That's the biggest thing is like we are coming up with this stuff on our own for the most part. We have had a couple of suggestions.
Yeah.
Which have been great, by the way. We've had some really, really fun suggestions. But I would like more. So feed us, guys.
Yeah, actually, go to Spotify. If you bring up our podcast on Spotify, there should be a poll there that you should be able to. Actually, it's on the Valentine's Day episode. There's a poll for you to take about what episode you want us to do next. And right now it's NASCAR and moonshine and the Aztecs and tequila are tied right now.
Fuck.
So.
Oh, no. Don't pick tequila. You guys are going to get me kicked out of my fucking house if you pick tequila.
We'll just drink margaritas.
Man, I'll tell you what, I've drank tequila one time since I moved into this house. And me and Keisha had the biggest fight fucking ever. I threw up next to the fire pit. It was a bad... I'm not good on Cuervo, guys.
We'll get some good tequila. We'll get some Patron or some...
It's still going to be bad.
It's still going to be bad. So yeah,
I wish you were going to Total Archery Challenge with me.
we're,
So what I want to do, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Total Archery Challenge. It's a archery competition per se, but it's basically you against yourself. You do keep score, but
yeah,
it's just you against you. It's like golf. You play against yourself, but everybody compares in the end. This year, I'm going by myself because it was kind of a late notice thing. I didn't know if I was going to be able to go or not. And then I did have the day to do it, but I wasn't sure I wanted to because flying solo. Keisha's going to go, but she's not shooting. Next year, Trav, I would like you and I to both take vacation.
Yeah.
And go down to Broken Bow and do an Airbnb and stay for like 4 or 5 days. And we will get a few other people to shoot. We'll put a team together and go.
That'd be good.
We'll record it for all of you guys.
So help us out.
It'll be a good time. We'll film a couple of podcasts down there in the Airbnb. I want to rent like a 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom cabin.
Yeah.
Down there.
Because it's a big turnout from sponsors and guests and stuff they have there.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find somebody good to be on the podcast.
Well, my goal this year is to meet John Dudley. Which I don't know if you guys know who John Dudley is. He is the owner of Knock On Archery. He's a 3-time world champion archer.
Okay.
And he would be more, except they moved the world championships to the middle of fucking elk season, and he said, rather hunt elk.
Yeah.
Which...
Heck yeah. Got principles.
I mean, that's why we have bows and arrows.
It's like most of your archery people are hunters, and so why would you have a competition during the middle of hunting season?
But, see, he designed my bow. Right here, I shoot a knock-on NTN 33. And I'm gonna try and get Dudley to sign it.
Oh, there you go.
But I'm also gonna just try and bullshit with him and get him to check out our podcast.
There you go.
Heck yeah. And then beyond that, next year, I would like to get him on it.
Heck yeah.
Because he's totally cool with doing appearances. I don't know that he would make the trek out to our Airbnb, but at the fucking event.
Yeah, maybe we can do some interviews or something there at the event or something,
Which is why you got to take vacation for it next year.
Yeah. So, if that's something you guys want to see, let us know. Yeah.
It is. You all want to see that.
Heck yeah. That'd be fun.
It's awesome.
Yeah, because that's what would be really good is to be able to go on the road and do a few things like that. That'd be nice.
Yeah. And I've been shooting. I got a new sight, and it should allow me to shoot out to about 120 yards.
That's a long ways with a bow.
I'm dropping dimes at 90 right now.
Heck yeah.
So, but the thing is, I got about 3 weeks to prepare for this, and some of it's spent in North Carolina, so.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta get my shots down.
Get shots in.
Yeah.
Every day.
I haven't been. I've been slacking. But anyway, next year, that'll be Total Archery Challenge. We'll do a couple podcasts from there.
Yeah, so it'll be next year at the same time. It'll be in April, right?
Should be the end of March.
End of March.
I'm shooting on Friday, the
Yeah.
31st, but it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday shoot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so
but we'll have someone come out. We'll take like a week each.
Yeah.
And just tell Jeff, hey, you got to fly somebody out.
Heck yeah. Yeah, that'd be good. So maybe next year, the podcast be doing even better than it has been this last year.
Yeah.
And we'll get us a team together and go out there.
Sponsored jerseys.
Yeah. Our Drunken History jerseys.
I'm cool with that. I'll rock that shit.
That's another thing we need to look for, though, too. Maybe a listener out there can help us with this. We need somebody to design us a custom logo. Our logo that we have right now is this one we found online.
Oh, yeah. If any of you are graphic designers and feel like being nice to us.
I'm thinking we want to see, like, some people of history, like historical figures sitting around a table drinking beer. That'd be kind of a cool looking logo.
I'm cool. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
I did get a sponsorship.
Oh yeah?
Kind of.
Kind of?
The meat processing place gave me a free shirt.
Nice. You're a professional now.
That's what I figured. Yeah, I was like,
I got a shirt for you.
I had brought enough deer in that they were like, here's a shirt.
Well, nice.
Yeah, so if you guys shoot a deer, take it to Rice Custom Processing in
you got to wear it on the show.
Rudy, Arkansas.
There you go.
Yeah. And if you have animals that you want to get mounted, go Roman sage taxidermy. Rudy, Arkansas.
There you go. Oh man.
So
Got it. Hey, I need a shirt now for that. Though.
I'll go get you one. I will fucking go get you one.
Yeah, we'll wear them on a podcast episode.
All right. I'll give. Keisha got one just for being there with me.
That's awesome. Oh well, guys, we hope you like this episode. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Follow us on all of our other social medias. We got them on the list right there. Just search for them right there.
Yeah, right there under Rufus.
And
century-old deer.
make sure you leave a comment, leave a 5-star review if you can. Go to our Facebook page and leave us a review there if you can.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. And as always, don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive. Have a plan.
Be safe. Don't make dumb decisions that will impact the rest of your life.
That's right.
Uber,
Uber.
Lyft, all the above.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. See you next week.
Have a good one.
Pulled out early.